Two teams more than ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Ford Field. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll get this off to Swift. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Well, we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Let's go, let's go, let's go!
Here's a 2nd and 7. And Sharp hauls it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 23 yards the pickup there. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 49-yard line. They'll run for the first time with DeAndre Swift. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is dropped. Oh, boy. A chance for a big play early, but he could not secure it.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because Cover was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
That's complete to DeAndre Swift out of the backfield. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 36. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Go!
Back to the running game with Swift. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake. They've taken care of that early.
It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
The 16-yard line. Viking 18.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Hawkinson crossing the middle and bringing it in. And the Lions are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Here's Swift. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
2nd and 5. And in for the Lions touchdown. T.J. Hawkinson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Lions are on the board first here this afternoon. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 22. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor, the winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
Throwing his car on third down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So on fourth down, here's A.J. Cole to punt for the Raiders. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. This will be fielded at the 17. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Lions will take over. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM that always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. They'll drop to throw. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And the Raiders have got him. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up fourth down now.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now on fourth down, we've got a whistle here and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Jack Fox out to punt here on fourth down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Johnson to return it. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about, to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your number 1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
First down, they'll run with Hunt. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Maybe a little over-anxious in the pocket there. He just didn't look comfortable on that throw.
No, he didn't, because it wasn't his normal fluid delivery. And I think he might have had it right. Wasn't really confident with what he saw downfield and almost felt like he wanted to pull that one back.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Carr. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
And it's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave them with a second and just a few inches left. On the option to give to Swift here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they were in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some...
Looking for Hockenson, and he's got it. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. So the Lion offense staying on the field as they're going to try for 2. They'll try and throw for it. That is caught. He's got it. And the lead will move to 14-0. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
Carr's throw complete here to Waller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. They'll be back at the 36. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Over the middle, complete. It's Hunt. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Handoff up the middle. Hunt. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Carr. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They go play action here on 1st down. And that's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. They'll look to throw. This one caught. It's the tight end Hawkinson. And they will get the 1st down here as they move into field goal range as well, inside the 25.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 1st downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. So we've reached halftime here on New Year's Eve. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline. You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Shotgun now for Carr. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Romeo Okwara shooting in there and dropping him for the sack.
Well, how about that? A dime set on defense, 6 defensive backs. None of them blitz. They're just back there in coverage. Defensive lineman gets the sack.
That's where the O-line, they go to the sideline, they keep their helmets on so the cameras can't find them, right?
Yeah, the cameras can't find them, but I know one thing. The O-line coach will.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll get a couple up to the 29.
A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. On 3rd down, here comes Swift. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
On play action, now Carr. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. They run right side with Hunt. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the 1st level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the 2nd level.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt. A little juke. And some space here. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partners. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
On 1st down, they go right back to Hunt. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the past. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right. It might go to them in this game.
I like that. MVU. Well done.
They fake the handoff. Now Carr. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
Now Carr. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Able to find Waller. That's complete. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the third.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Here's Raymond bringing it out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They will run straight ahead with Swift. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
He'll drop to throw. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. On the option to give to Swift here. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Sharp's got it, left side. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. 25 yards that time. Swift going to try up the middle. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. DeAndre Swift, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Lions answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 21-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And it pushes way forward to about the 32. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now Carr. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Hunt will try going up the middle. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
There's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Carr. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he stopped immediately there. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Throwing his Carr. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 32-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Now Carr. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
And here's a handoff out of the gun. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
This will be caught just inside the 10. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Carr. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Carlson now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
Let's go now.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? Where does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
That's once again complete to Chark. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. 63 yards on the ground for him so far.
They've created a nice sustained drive off of plays like that. A nice strong run there that keeps them advancing the ball.
Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is right there. It's good, and the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't one ready to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on them, they'd be up in the 300s right now. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And the football changing hands here as this offense takes the field. Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive, because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage, while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. A costly sack. They'll have to use a timeout here. And barring a defensive penalty, they'll be looking at one final play. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. Well, it took us until the final play, Chuck,